Hi everybody, welcome to your daily pick a card, pick a deck reading. This is for all the people that love fairy oracle cards, tarot readings. Anybody that's into crystal readings, which I truly love crystal readings. It's just so, it just connects so well, but I also connect with the fairies and I also connect with tarot. So that's why this combination is such a perfect one for everybody. So why don't you go ahead and take a minute and pick which one you want. This is black kyanite, by the way. If you don't know anything about black kyanite, they actually call it the witch's broom. And this is a big, thick chunk. Usually they come in thinner and it looks like a little broom at the end. So I'm trying to see if the camera can, but it's excellent for, I use it basically literally as a cut the cords of any entity attachments or anything like that and just cut away all negative energy. So I love my black kyanite. I don't travel with it very often because it's very sensitive and it's got all these little striations, so I don't, handle it very much. But anyway, so that's pile number one. Pile number two is a nice chunk of amber that weighs about the size of or about the same as a paper clip. That's how light it is. That's pile number two. Pile number three is a selenite organite pyramid. And just a little guy there. That's great for deflecting EMF rays. If you're not familiar with orgon, O-R-G-O-N, and these are orgonite pyramids, and they're in actually a plastic mold, but it's the levels that they're put in. Let's see if I can grab one here. And it's the composition of how they're put in, and they deflect EMF rays. So they're great if you do a lot of computer and laptop. It's great for deflecting all that very new 5G energy that's going to be going around. So get lots of those if you can. They actually used to be illegal. Used to be illegal to make those. Not sure why, but maybe people were taking things. I don't know. If anybody knows, go ahead and leave me a message down below, because I really, I'm curious why they used to be illegal. But now people make them and I love them, and any chance I get, I even have one that's a necklace. Like if I'm going to be around a lot of computers or a lot of technical energy, like the airport or something like that, I always like to have that one on me. So, okay, so we have 1, 2, and 3. Let's get going on the Crystal Oracle Tarot reading with the fairies. How's that? So we'll go ahead and keep one here, and we'll put 2 and 3 aside. Get going. Black kyanite up there. Okay, what do we got? I always like to start with the spirit animal. Well, hello, Crow. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Rebel. Higher consciousness, positive expectations, Hematite, Citrine, Petrified Wood, 3 of Cups, High Priestess in reverse, and King of Pentacles. Ooh, nice. Nice. Hello, handsome. You got money. Anyway. All right, let's move this over here. Well, hello, Crow. So this medicine card deck I've had for about 8 years now. So, when you have things for a long time and you work with them for a long time, you have certain things that relate to you in certain ways. So the crow is the master of illusion. That is one of the best descriptions. It's an omen of change. That's what they are showing you, that there's about to be a change. There's the crow has the ability to be able to see all dimensions at the same time. So like they can see the past, present, and future all cohesively. So, and that's why, you know, a lot of them are related to the higher realms, because they can see those higher realms. So the crow is like it's like a strong voice. If you like have ever watched one, they're reluctant about, or not reluctant, resilient about, just they keep rah, 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 right? They don't stop when they're trying to have their voice heard. So, and it's usually when they're trying to squawk at something, like a lot of birds actually, it's like you know when something's up, because they don't give up. And for as little creatures as they are in the whole animal kingdom, they stand their ground and they just keep their cawing and chirping or whatever, you know, to bring attention to something that is unjust. So, you know, they're kind of a rebel in a way. You know, I don't really care for crows on the earth plane level, but I really relate to crows and their tenacity for, you know, they don't really care if they're right or wrong. They just, if they feel something is unjust, they're standing up and they're squawking about it, and they're going to keep squawking about it. They're not going to let it go. So that's why I kind of think of them as the rebel a little bit. So it's all about speaking your truth, and all about standing up for what you believe in, and finding out. It's very apparent you already know what this is, this speaking your truth. And it looks like with the higher consciousness card that you're on a deeper level now. You're on a higher level, and what you've been speaking about and have stood your ground on is definitely at a different, higher level. And because the crow can see all those different levels, so the crow knows, and your higher consciousness knows, that this is definitely something that you've just embarked on, and it's maybe even dealing with some shadow work, you know, on your own end, and really paying attention to, you know, what could be that inner voice, basically, on what needs to be louder. What does crow need to speak even louder? So, you know, that's kind of what this card's all about with the fairy, in the fairy realm. And then the positive expectations, you know, you're gonna have to be very unwavering in your faith. You're gonna have to stand strong, and you're squawking loud, right? And you know this information. You know it on this level, and the crow has seen it on the crow's level. And don't let your faith get out of whack, and keep that positive expectation of what you want to accomplish with what you're speaking loud about and going to that higher realm about. I hope that makes sense to you. So let's get into some crystals and see if we can get some more clarity on the energy here. So I can kind of see where we've got some grounding. We've got a lot of success. We've got Citrine, King of Pentacles, Three of Cups is all about celebration. So it's all, and the Petrified Wood is all about deep levels of your life and bonds. But anyway, the Hematite here is probably I think it is the strongest grounding, most powerful grounding stone on earth. So with this higher consciousness here, you're gonna need, you're in a big spirit realm, and you're talking loud about it, you're preaching about it in some way, and you're always up here now, and so you need this to get you back down, to keep that grounded and keep everything in a nice balance. So the hematite also desensitizes your emotions. So this might be real emotionally charged with the higher consciousness. It might be just like you're very emotionally charged, and this will calm those energies a little bit and keep things nice and balanced and grounding while you're pursuing and going forward with this new realm of thinking. This also has, we also work with shadow work with this as well. So we have some shadow work. The crow is scared of his own shadow, I believe, or squawks at his own shadow. Something about the shadow, I remember the crow. And the higher consciousness, and we have so if you haven't explored what shadow work is, and I encourage you to do that. And if you already know what shadow work is, you have something on a very deep level that needs to be worked with here, but somehow it coincides with a lot of business success. So this gives you the confidence for it too. It says right here, confidence and protection. So it's this unwavering faith. Just make sure that you keep those positive expectations in mind and don't let your faith waver, because you've got the Citrine card here, and this says abundance, but I always relate my Citrine, which I always keep my Citrine crystal ball, crystal spear there, is Citrine's all about business success. And I mean, this Citrine with this particular deck is the liquid crystal deck, and it usually signifies creating space for the abundance, and kind of allow you have a gift on the way, so you need to create that space. So you have some abundance here, and you need to create the space for it. But I already kind of feel like some of that's already being done when you're in this state over here, this higher consciousness, and you're speaking your loud truth. That is your space, as long as you're not taking too much of your own space, speaking it and acting accordingly in a business manner to bring success about. The Petrified Wood is the past life. I'm going to put the Citrine by the Citrine here, just see if we can pick up on some more energy for that card. The Petrified Wood is about the past life experiences, because if you think about it, the life is preserved within the petrified wood, right? And then it eventually turns into a different type of composition, a crystal or what have you. So it really is about, it has to do with your higher consciousness and your new realm of thinking, and on a deeper level, it almost feels like you're really, really diving into past life experiences, people you might know that have dealt with past life hypnosis. But even though it's petrified wood, it's a very grounding we have a lot of grounding here. So it makes me think that this is very exciting, and this endeavor, it's not so much of a relationship as much of just something that you're very passionate, or not even passionate about, but speak very strongly about on a regular level. Like you're always discussing this issue, and this is now you have more, even more expectations of it, and you're going to move forward with something and possibly create a business through it. I just feel like this is all about business success. It's like both the crystal cards that came up are all about business success. So I feel like, and then the next card is the Three of Cups, which is strong bonds, celebration of strong bonds. And you're celebrating something, like you've been together. Maybe there's some kind of business partnership or something, some kind of business endeavor that is very successful, and you definitely have a lot to celebrate even with this. Now this right here is the High Priestess in reverse and the King of Pentacles. This is very stubborn energy. Like, it's wonderful energy and loving and plentiful and abundant and everything, but it's very stubborn, especially with her in reverse. Normally High Priestess is very giving and just, you know, very easygoing, easy flow. But in reverse, she's very stubborn. This is stubbornness. And King of Pentacles, he's just stubborn in general. But hey, who cares, right? Because he's loaded with money and he's generous and he's kind, and he just can be very, very stubborn. Reminds me of a Taurus. I think King of Pentacles is Taurus, actually. Yes, King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. So it's like, which would make sense why we probably have like this grounding energy here. We have all this grounding here. It's almost like an opposite, like this female energy, this divine feminine energy, like that's balanced out with this masculine energy. And there's like celebration of success because Crow was able to see all the different levels. And because Crow was able to see the different levels, it opened things up to something that could be really amazing. And you don't want to get too on your high horse and cloud nine about it, because you got to keep grounded in order to keep the business success. Lots of success. Look at this, all three in a row. And then these are successful too. It's just very stubborn. So there's some kind of, I mean, this is just like bam, like wealth, abundance, leadership, just this wonderful masculine energy, you know, faithful provider, and just all this. Just feel like there's going to be someone, some female controlling energy, that this female controlling energy that kind of is, it's not going to keep it from it, but it's like the one blockage before this, because you have all this success right here and this celebration and woohoo, we found the light and we're all connected. There's this past life connection, and there's like this total spiritual realm connection with the different dimensions and everything, and just this nice energy. And she's wonderful, but she's in reverse, so she's kind of like, hold on, I'm digging my heels in about something. And King of Pentacles is like, yeah, I'm digging my heels in too, but it's probably against this. So this might be just a little bit of back and forth before the completion of it. That's kind of the feeling I get. Not quite sure. I feel like I want to do a clarifying card. Let's do a clarifying with the Eternal Crystal deck. Just want to clarify between the reverse High Priestess and the King of Pentacles. To me, the crystal cards are just so much more clear. You know, it's just I'm just able to get more clarity. Fluorite. Well, hello, fluorite. So it's a spiritual. This is about spiritual. Guidance, protection. It's on a very high level here, and it's just a reminder to keep grounded. It looks like there might be a little bit of back and forth on like beliefs, some kind of belief. Like you're cohesive for a while with this person or this group, that this business even, but there's one little thing that is challenging your beliefs, and it's because you can see on so many different levels, and this other energy, whatever it be, the business or person or whatever, has just it's slightly different. So there's some stubbornness going on, but with the fluorite, it will flourish. Look at that. That's so pretty. That's so cool. It was placed right next to it. Like I've said 1,000 times, there are no coincidences. Everything comes up when we need to. So, all right, well, let's get going on pile number 2. Okay, we got the amber here. We're gonna put the amber. This is pile number 2. Hummingbird. Well, hello, joyous one. Be honest with yourself. Honoring your true feelings. Agate. Iolite. Rhodochrosite. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Shazam. Hello, Empress. And the Chariot. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, well, Hummingbird, you're full of a lot of joy. You are really in a very peaceful state right now, a quiet state, I should say. The hummingbird does not like chaos. It stays away from disharmony. Hummingbird's all about harmony. So I can see that you have, like, you're feeling very harmonious about something and very quiet and at peace. But the next card that comes up is the be honest with yourself. So it makes me think that there's maybe, and the next one next to it is honoring your true feelings. There's something very personal between just you and yourself. And nobody else knows what it is. And it doesn't affect, like, your joy and your everyday appearance of how you live your life. So people would never know that something is going on deep inside that you're ignoring. But it's time to kind of face that, whatever it is, and be a little more true to yourself. Maybe if you can just do it in quiet, and it's not like you have to fix everything and do everything and take major action right now. It's just looking within and figuring out what that is, you're a very joyous person. It's not like there's chaos and you have to figure out some major tragic event or something like that, but there's something between you and yourself that you need healing on. And it's almost like it's not that you're not empowered, but you're definitely on a meek end of things. It's more just a quiet meekness about the situation, and it's, you're not quite sure how to move forward with it, but this is definitely telling you that those feelings that you have had about going within and honoring those true feelings, I mean, you already know what it is. That's what it is. You already know what it is. Now it's time to just be real about it and face the reality of it. That's definitely what it is. It's not that you need to figure it out. You already know. You definitely already know, and now you need to make it harmonious, because what you have figured out is not really in harmony with your joyous nature. So I've got the agate. This is about acceptance. So maybe you just need to accept whatever this is, and it's not even a letting go as much as it's like, oh, okay, all right, you know, time I finally face that, you know. It's like we have like Iolite, which is about vision and seeing the picture of it all, and being able to really accept it and visualize it and see anything moving forward. It's like you can't move forward until this is taken care of. That's what it looks like. You're not in with the self-love in here. I mean, these are all about this is all about moving in the direction you need to move in. So you need to have that vision of what direction you're going to move into, and you're not going to be able to until you really acknowledge this, honoring your true feelings, which you already know what it is. You just have to acknowledge it. And that's how you honor it, by acknowledging it and not ignoring it, whatever it is. And obviously you have some issues about your self-love with it, because this is about self-love, this is about self-love, these are about self-love. So it looks like you are trying to ignore something that you're kind of being hard on yourself about, and you feel like you can't move any further because you know this about yourself. And the only way to get past that is to be able to find that self-love, even forgiveness if you need to forgive yourself, and find that balance so you can move forward with your vision. My stomach's growling. 8 of Pentacles in reverse, which means like the 8 of Pentacles in the upright, if you're familiar with the Rider-Waite deck, it's he's worked very hard, and he's working very hard, and it's a lot of work, and he's not paying attention to anybody else behind him. He's very focused on his vision. So when you have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, this means you have hard work ahead of you. There's some hard work. So I feel like instead of this being with about other people, and you know, a lot of readings are about jobs and other people and situations and events. This is all about yourself and about you coming to terms with something, and something about your peaceful, joyous nature. Because if you think about it, sometimes a hummingbird is kind of like bzz, bzz, like all over the place, right? So maybe getting rid of something that you're all over the place about, and just acknowledging it and going, okay, this is how I really truly am with myself. And because I am being honest with myself, I now need to really find some love for myself, because these are all about self-love cards, you know, loving yourself no matter what. And to have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse like that means you have a hard part of the journey because it's next to self-love. That's definitely a huge obstacle for you, is you're gonna have to work. Like if it was in this position, it means, oh great, you've learned to love yourself, and you know, you've worked hard on loving yourself. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard to find that love in yourself once you've honored your true feelings and you've been honest with yourself, because somehow this is gonna cause you to be unfaithful to your self-love. So try to find some of that balance and keep the vision ahead, and don't get caught up in all the melancholy end of it. And you know why I can say that very easily? Because look, it's the Empress card, and she is grand. I mean, she is, if you don't know about the Empress, it's like, hello beautiful, I'm here to love and nurture. And if you see the seal, like a lot of people do, a lot of tarot readers do this, and I totally agree with it. See how this card is the Empress and she's looking in this direction? Look at what she's looking at. She's looking at these two cards, the hard work about how hard it is to self-love. Acknowledging the self-love in yourself is very, very hard work. But when you acknowledge yourself and can look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you truly love yourself, regardless of what you had to come to terms with here, you're the Empress. Whether you're female or male, you're the Empress. You're the one that's the mother of all mothers. You're the leader of love and nurturing and caring. That's it. I mean, she's the queen of love. So I have a feeling you're going to be, once you honor those feelings, it doesn't have to be that you're like some evil person or anything. It's just something that is going to cause you to not feel very good about yourself, but you have to do it because this is the true essence of this joyful hummingbird. And once you do this and you can find and balance your love again for yourself, you're going to come out as this massive queen, the Empress. And then look, you have this in your final position card. You're ready to take off. The Chariot. It's all about taking off. You're ready. Everything, it's like you've done everything you need to do. And she looks back on this whole process that she had to go through, and now she gets in the Chariot and she can ride off into the sunset basically and go forward full throttle because she knows what's going on now, she or he. I say she because it's the Empress, and I think of the Empress as you. So this is female divine feminine energy. So if you are relating to divine feminine energy at this time on this particular day during this reading, then this is you. Regardless, we all have this energy within us, and we have to tap into it and be true to that energy. So I think this, this really is a very wonderful insight into the fact that you need to not ignore something, because you need to be open with this, because once you're open with this, you can begin the healing of the self-love, and you really will be okay. It is gonna be hard with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse like that. It's like, it's not like, oh, okay, I'll just love myself. It's like, I'm gonna shuffle and get one more clarifying card here. See if we can, oh, this just popped out. Amethyst, intuition, third eye. We got a lot of third eye chakra going on here, so lots of third eye chakra. I think this is third eye too. Yes, balancer. Okay, let's just get one more. Amethyst. Amethyst is all about love. Amethyst actually is the one stone that, crystal that is used the most to overcome addictions. So it's possible, you know, maybe you've got some kind of addiction here that you're not coming to terms with, and that's why it's so hard for you to love yourself about it, because it is an addiction, and it might just be something, like I said earlier, very private. Like, nobody knows about this. Like, this reading is very personal, very just for you. Like, there really is nobody else involved in this reading besides you. So, I mean, even the Chariot is just, it's not a person. The Chariot is you going away and with the confidence of being able to embark on your next chapter, because you have overcome this self-love. So it really, amethyst popping up like that, it does look like it might be some kind of addiction, just because that stone is the best stone for addiction. So just keep an eye out for that. Let's just pull one more and see if we can get some more clarification here. Whoop. Angelite. It's all about angels, connecting. You have a lot of, lots of loving, peaceful, joyous energy here. There's not, it's not like, you know, this is very, I can tell you're a very calm person, very together and loving person. And you're just being very hard on yourself about something. But, I mean, you have all this beautiful, beautiful crystalline energy around that's just surrounding. It's very loving, very calm and peaceful. I hope that makes sense, because, you know, a lot of readings we see a lot of, oh my goodness, what is going on here? And here it's like, oh, you need to just, you know, be easy on yourself and be kind to yourself. And it's okay that you have this thing that's just between you. There's something wrong with that. Everybody doesn't have to know your business. You know, you're entitled to, what's this? Oh, this was the second time it just popped out a few seconds ago. I was talking, so I didn't want to put it down, so I put it back in and it popped in. Here's the citrine right here. Okay, so this is citrine to me, even though this says abundance, creativity, which the citrine in this card says the same thing. Citrine to me is success. Whatever it is, it's success. So, and it's also, look at all this beautiful light energy. It's just all this beautiful crystal light energy, which just happens to be up here as well. We have the amethyst and that, and the citrine. And so I hope this resonates with you. I feel like it's just your own little journey that you're going to have to embark on, you know, all on your own, but it's something that can be like quickly taken care of. Like a little bit of meditation. This isn't like some big, long, drawn out drama in your life. This is something you need to deal with, and it might be something that's just on the beginning stages of, you know, maybe you've noticed you're drinking a little bit more alcohol or gambling just a little bit more than you normally do. So It's definitely an area where you need to love yourself and quit being hard on yourself, because the harder you are on yourself, the harder it is to heal before you can become that Empress that's full of love and worthiness and nurturing, so you can take off and go on to your next chapter. Everything's kind of on hold in your life right now until you deal with this, but it's not like it has to be this long drawn out thing. I mean, it could be a matter of finishing this video, meditating for a little bit, going, okay, I acknowledge I probably shouldn't be drinking so much alcohol. You know, it doesn't have to be all elaborate and big, and just be like, all right, you know, I'm really going to pay attention to that. And I'm going to try to love myself no matter what. Even if I had 4 glasses instead of 2 glasses, I'm still going to love myself, you know, something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw an example out there, and that seems to be what came to mind. Let's do one more here. Peridot. I always get this card. If you've seen my crystal readings, I get this card all this time, and it seems to always come up in the readings, and it's all about heart. Heal your heart, and then share that with someone else. And maybe that's where the Chariot is. It's like, just, this card is about sharing, and it's not about teaching as much as sharing. So you have something to share. When whatever you learn in this little situation, definitely, like if you have a blog or vlog or newsletter or a Facebook or something, share it with somebody, because obviously you're going to overcome it very easily, because this is very calm, beautiful energy. So once you do, just go ahead and take off with it and share about it, because it's going to help somebody else. So okay, well, that was group number 2. That was the Amber, which is all about protection and enlightenment. Looks like you're going to be lit up with some things here. We're going to go ahead and get going with group number 3, which is group number 3 is the pyramid here. We'll put the pyramid right here. There we go. Okay, ready to go? Here we go. Number 3, Turkey. Visualization, miracle healing, smoky quartz. I'm going to put they're double-sided, so I'm going to put the picture up there. Boshi stone, Amazonite, Page of Cups, the Lovers in reverse, and the Star. Okay. Okay, group number 3, a pyramid. We have the turkey, which the turkey represents kind of like a self-sacrifice. They're very, very giving. So it's apparent that you're a very giving person and very, not like a martyr, but more of just very self-sacrificing. Well, the issue with this is we've got the miracle healing card, which this comes up when something very in-depth and intense needs to be taken care of on either a physical level or an emotional level. And with the visualization there, I kind of get the feeling that somebody has some kind of physical, something very physical healing that they need to take care of, because the smoky quartz came up, and that's the #1 stone that healers and Reiki, I mean, this is like one of the #1 healing crystals there is. So all of this right here just says there's lots of healing to be done, and it can be on an emotional level, and it would be just the same as if it was on a physical level. But with this like kind of self-sacrificing energy here, it makes me think that if it's physical, that you're going to need to put yourself ahead of the game here so you can get back to a healing potential and a possibility, because this is real strong, heavy healing energy, and you're definitely being. In fact, let's bring some smoky quartz in. Just a second here. Grab my smoky quartz crystal. Oh yes, I have two here. Here. Let's just do that because this is very healing. In fact, I'm going to put it over closer to the Miracle Healing cards. So this is one of my favorites. One of my faves, my smoky quartz. It's a little bit lighter. Actually, the darker it is, the more healing components it carries. So surprisingly, the darker crystal is, the more light it holds. So I know that sounds weird, but that is true. So I'm not sure. It's to me, it really feels like it's something physical, because we have a lot of these cards have to do with pelvic and back. So it makes me feel like there's been some serious physical ailments that have happened here, and there's some kind of need for healing. But it also can represent, this also is very clear on representing not taking the self-sacrificing role in a relationship. So, and to visualize what it would be like in a relationship where you weren't sacrificing yourself all the time. So regardless of it, though, the fact that the Miracle Healing card is here, you're definitely being asked to address it immediately. This is a very very intense, something very intense that needs to be taken care of immediately. The interesting thing here, though, with these two next to each other is these are both like clarity cards. You know, you're able to calm down enough and balance yourself enough so you can have some clarity. So, and that's right smack in the middle after the Miracle Healing. So I think once you make the decision to move forward with some kind of healing and visualize what that kind of life would be like, if you can bring in these stones, this is the boshi stone and smoky quartz. These cards are infused with the same energy. So if you'd rather get a deck of cards, especially this deck, I strongly suggest you can just buy the deck, and then if you need this, you can put it where you need it on what chakra, and the book talks all about it. But what this tells me is that there needs to be some balance that comes from this, because this is going to be so heavy. So once you're done dealing with this and have made yourself not so sacrificial, and you've had some clarity and some balance to it, I mean, then you look over here and it's just like, oh wow. I mean, well, and this is a balancing card too. Amazonite. It's all about, that's exactly what it is. In fact, all three crystals are saying that in order to be clear and be able to move on and move forward with any kind of healing, like either physically, because there is some back stuff here, physically, or in a relationship. And if it's a relationship, this isn't just going to happen overnight with this healing. You're really going to have to call in some assistance with some crystal energy, and maybe even some crystal readings for a little bit to just absorb some of that energy with the Miracle Healing. This is a big card in this deck. This is something very serious to pay attention to. This isn't a lighthearted type of reading. This is one that is really calling you to take care of this immediately, whether it be physical or emotional. And visualization is definitely, with it being right next to that, you'll have whatever you visualize. So if you visualize a healthy body, you will have it. There's no doubt about it, especially with all of this. So like Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is all about taking the risk and finding a different path, finding a different avenue, and being risky about it. So if it is like a physical health thing, then chances are you might look at maybe alternative medicine or something on a different physical level. It's kind of like a out of the norm type of path. But the Page of Cups is full of excitement and enthusiasm and optimism for whatever path it is. So, and if you've healed from either this relationship or just some kind of relationship healing, and you've balanced your emotions out after this healing, because this is all about balance, and it's right in the middle of the cards. So you have to really pay attention to how all three of the middle cards are all about balance and clarity. And once you reach that point, then you've got all this enthusiasm and optimism and excitement to move forward on a new path. And when you have the Lovers, even if the Lovers is in reverse, it's still a very, very positive card. And so you have like some, especially, this is all about being excited about a new relationship, a little bit hesitant just because it's in the reverse, but it still means there's lots of excitement and possibility and options and a new path. But this balance has to happen first. You have to have this balance, and the miracle healing is the very first thing. So the healing, then balance yourself out once you are able to do this. And then look how wonderful this can be, because it goes straight into the star. And just had a reading the other day where the star was in this exact position. And this is, people look at the star card in different ways, but I look at the star card as completely balanced, because has one, usually in the other deck, she has 1 foot on earth and 1 foot in the water. Her cups are overflowing, so she's ready. She has all this love in her that she's ready to overflow with love. She's in nature. She's enjoying the whole completion of what has happened. So I did, because it was be the star in your own play. I think it was the Crystal Oracle Tarot reading. Pick a card and pick a deck. And this was where you're the star in your own play. And it's kind of like, this is where you shine. So, because like right here, this isn't like so shiny. It's like self-sacrifice, and it's like deep. And then over here, it's just like all shining, and it's all balanced. It's like completely balanced. You have these 3 cards here and these 3 here, and this is all heavy. I don't even want to say negative, but it's very deep and heavy. And this is fun and excitement and optimism, and all about optimism. And then in the 3 in the middle are the crystals, and all these crystals are all about balance. This even says the middle road. The middle road. This says balance, align, clear. This, grounding, clarity, calming. It's in healing. It's all about healing. This is like the number 1 crystal for healing, and this is what is being required here. So it's very clear It just depends on if yours has to do with a relationship or physical. If it is physical, it looks like it's the back, lower back, or the pelvic area, just because almost half of these cards have to do with the pelvic and back area. So very, very nice outcome. Very nice outcome. And this is fun. This is really kind of fun and exciting. This is really definitely something to look forward to and be happy and enjoy yourself with. It's just a matter of getting this part figured out and getting it in balance. And it's not even like a letting go as much as you just need to visualize what it is to be healthy physically or in a healthy relationship. And once you're able to visualize yourself where you're not self-sacrificing, like the turkey, you know, if you're not self-sacrificing and you can visualize that bright end of things, then it's going to be wonderful outcome. So wonderful. Please let me know how this resonated with you. I look forward to your comments. I would appreciate you subscribing to the channel, but if not, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and like so I can get on that whole YouTube algorithm thing, and hopefully people start seeing my videos. That's what's so exciting about it all. So if not, I appreciate that you're here, and that's the important thing, and I hope that this resonated with you. Thank you so much, and peace out.